We also have Hell in a Cell.
On Wednesday nights.
Wednesday nights. They are also on Blog Talk Radio.
At Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell, yes. So if you are looking for more wrestling things to listen to, because, this is our one-shot thing, if we're still on the air a year from now, we will make it our tradition to do wrestling on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. But if you are looking to listen to other wrestling, shows that plug us because they let us, then there you have it. Now,
before we get into we got to set the mood
correctly
for the topic.
Yes, light some candles.
Here we go, folks.
We hope you liked that.
I don't know about you guys, but we were all in here just dancing like a couple of dorks.
A couple of us were talking about this on the event page, where one of the coolest things of Saturday night's main event was the very first intro by Animotion, which is called Obsession, which is what we just played. It was their first intro. Anytime you hear that now, you think automatically
Saturday night's main event. Oh, God, the one time, the one-shot event of the month that was on. Oh, so good. Oh, so good.
Okay, now, 1980s wrestling.
That's right, folks.
It was an era that gave us Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage.
The British invasion of rock and roll, so to speak.
Yes.
With the rock and roll wrestling connection.
Yeah.
And forth, well, I said that. Like, it was like, wait a minute.
First high flyer, Superfly, Jimmy Snuka.
Oh, God.
Great tag team, Heart Foundation.
Managers.
Managers.
Mr. Fuji, Bobby Heenan, J.J. Dillon. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was everywhere. Again, obviously WWF is the popular one, and that'll probably dominate the conversation. But let's not forget, we had the AWA. We had NWA/WCW. And, of course, we had G.L.O.W, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. We had everything. It was such an awesome time in wrestling. Such a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. And where to begin, where to end, I don't know, but we're just going to ride the wave.
Yes, we are. I guess, what we're going to do is we asked everybody tonight what their favorite wrestling moment was. And now, typically, when I ask the fan question, I usually just give a rundown of what it is, and we go, oh, that was cool, or oh, that was cool. But you know what? We're going to take your answers, and those are going to be our subjects.
That's going to be the conversation.
Those are going to be the subjects for the night. What your answers were for your favorite wrestling moment. Now, let us start off with Danielle Diadamo. Her favorite wrestling 80s moment was when Ric Flair won the title back from Ricky Steamboat and put out a falls match. Why are you crying?
You know why?
There's no crying in 1980s wrestling.
Oh, no. But nonetheless, no, it was a classic. It was finally a chance. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had just returned after having some outs with WWF and everything like that, and returned over to the NWA/WCW into a main event spot that he was so deserving of and everything like that. It was a great run, a great feud. I mean, granted, it wasn't a new feud because this was something that was going on, well before that. But, oh, my God, this definitely started really putting them back, putting WCW/NWA into the forefront, into the eyes of people.
Yes.
I remember these events with their matches were advertised in the old little TV guides, and when they set pictures, and remember TV guides? You guys are so cool. But anyway, I distinctly remember the advertisement too. It was Ricky Steamboat with the belt and his family standing there on one side, facing up against Flair with the two pretty girls. Oh, dude, I remember it like it was yesterday. It's amazing.
See, that's the greatest thing. It's like 80s wrestling. It's like
you remember it all.
You really do. You remember it all. Like it just had this magic about it, and even if, you were born later on, my brother's an 86 child, but when he was old enough to get into it, the 90s had just started, but
Chris, he backtracked to that stuff. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, would you say you enjoyed that a little, maybe a little bit more than what you watch now?
Yeah, definitely. A little bit more.
I'm just trying to put it mildly, to new fans. New fans, some new fans may not have seen it. We have had some fans that haven't seen the 80s stuff, but we have, but there also might be some fans that just have never seen it or just like the present day stuff. But, it's a matter of opinion. It's a matter of opinion.
Yeah. All right. Jeff Rain,
two. Yep.
His two favorite wrestling moments was Kaufman Lawler,
which was huge. I mean, that was on the Tonight Show, whatever it was, before Letterman got his own show, and everything, and just the slap on TV, and that was huge for the Memphis, Tennessee wrestling thing, because I mean that brought that wrestling area to the big forefront with that big huge angle. I mean that was a huge angle to remember today. They made a 2-pack storyline with them too, and Andy Kaufman wrestling figures.
And still to this day, I mean, other than watching the Andy Kaufman movie with Jim Carrey, still to this day it's like you watch all of that and it does make you wonder, okay, was this really real or was this just one big joke, because it was done so freaking well.
It was.
You know? Okay.
Oh, we have a caller.
Penny?
I thought using that soundbite.
I know.
928, you're on the phone with the Nerd Herders. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, guys, this is Daniel Lopez calling from Yuma, Arizona.
Hey, how are you?
Oh.
Doing good. How are you?
Awesome. Thanks for joining us on our 80s Wrestling Night. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, I contributed quite a bit on the event page on Facebook. A lot of different memories that I loved. Posted a lot of videos, and I guess Foxy really got a kick out of my my pick for favorite moment, that being when the Mega Powers were formed.
Oh, God, one of the greatest moments of all time.
Shake, heard, and seen
around the world. Oh,
yeah,
so good.
It was pretty incredible. I remember always recording Saturday Night's Main Event, and I don't remember if that was one of the ones my mom let me stay up to watch, because I was pretty young back then. But I just remember it was almost like you could feel the vibrations through the TV. I mean, the crowd.
Oh my God, it was electric.
It was electrifying.
It was electrifying. It was amazing. I mean, then they had the backstage promo with the handshake, and then a week later they had him on Superstars or whatever the program was called back then. And the same thing. It was a whole promo. We watched it on demand. It was a whole promo based around the handshake. It was the greatest thing ever. It was so. It had everything. Like Honky Tonk Man being the complete big douchebag pushing down Elizabeth and everything. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah, when she ran to the back to get help, I mean, she could have brought out anybody, but then when she brings out Hogan, it's just like the roof came off the place. It was pretty wild.
It was like the two
biggest forces
yes.
at that time, because although Macho Man wasn't a full-fledged quote-unquote good guy, I'm not going to use my professional wrestling terminology. Before Macho was a full-fledged quote-unquote good guy, you know, he was still walking that fine line. Yeah. So, you know, you didn't really know where it was going to go. And, you know, here comes the biggest star of that time, the biggest hero. I mean, how do you make Macho bigger? Oh, simple. Let's just put him with Hulk Hogan. It was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Lots of good memories from that time.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Daniel, thank you so much for calling in and bringing up one of the greatest memories of all time.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. Love the show.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Take care. Awesome. We got another caller.
631, you're on the air with Nerd Herders. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
How you doing, guys? This is Crazy Wolf, a.k.a. Joseph Retiquez. Remember you guys? We used to hang out and talk to you guys all the time at the NYWC shows. If you remember,
absolutely. Thanks for finding our show. How you guys doing?
Good, buddy. How you doing? Long time no see. Here. I live in Pennsylvania now. I always follow you guys on the internet now, and I'm a big fan of the wrestling from the 80s. I'm the one that also posted all the stuff on your fan page about all the old videos and all the old wrestling things.
I gave you so many props for putting up all the Survivor Series ones.
Yeah, that was great. It was perfect timing.
That's why we're doing this tonight. You know, 80s Survivor Series was on Thanksgiving, so you got
I'm a big wrestling fan from way back, and like all those old promos with Hogan and all the old ones with like the Ultimate Warrior when he would like shake and you know. Look at him like, is he on drugs or something? Is he okay? You know, like, I heard you say, like, with the old managers, and, you know, like, nowadays you can't find a good manager, and all you see is all these one-bit managers and one-bit wrestlers come out, and you think, this guy's going to be gone in 2 weeks. I bet you, 2 weeks.
Ain't that the truth?
So now that you're on live, what is your all-time favorite 80s wrestling moment?
80s moment? There's a lot of good moments in the 80s, and I was born in 1983.
Everybody said it was a lot.
Picking one is really hard.
It had to have been, like, you know, what the around Hogan's era when he beat, like, Andre, and, like, he finally got a chance. He almost slammed him, but he fell on him, and then he picked him up and then slammed him. You know, that's like, oh, wow, that was, like, my first time watching wrestling. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yep.
That just happened. He just picked this humongous dude up. Yeah, man. It's like seeing that stuff is exciting. You know, watching it now on videotape or on DVD, which everybody has, it's exciting.
Of course.
And then I work at a chain store, and I tell my friends, I actually got a chance to see Hulk Hogan when I was a little boy take on Sergeant Slaughter in Madison Square Garden. People go,
oh, wow, that must be classic.
Dude, I actually got a chance to see it was before the WrestleMania they fought. It was like a prep match before the WrestleMania, and just hearing the crowd, as you said, just the roof almost fell off the Garden. Like, just hear the pin drop when before the Hogan music started. The people are like, "Okay, eat my popcorn. Here, eat your hot dog, son." And then boom, 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 explosion, and just the 80s.
And that was the thing. You didn't need pyro or nothing. The people were the pyro. It was just the reactions were good enough.
Yeah. Listening to those watching those old events, seeing Hogan come out and just walk out and just turn around to the crowd and just point, it was just like, wow.
It was amazing.
That's all I can say is thanks. Wow.
Exactly. Buddy, thanks so much for calling in. It's great to hear from you, and hopefully you'll continue to listen to the show.
Yes, I love this show, and definitely I'll see you guys, hopefully hear back both of you guys on Facebook, and keep it going. You guys are awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You have a great holiday season.
You too. Have a great day. Bye, Foxy. Bye, Damian.
Bye.
I got a couple tweets while we're on the air here. Ultra Warrior, my man Ultra Warrior, tweeted in his number one, Magnum TA versus Tully Blanchard I Quit match, Starrcade 85. That was a great feud. That was an absolute great feud. Artie Hess, the 80s personified in two simple words. 4 horsemen. Hashtag Nerdist. The symbol of excellence.
I mean, the Flair Steamboat one is definitely one of the top ones because on the event page, Brian Shapiro just put up that his favorite was Steamboat Savage.
Yep.
Steamboat Savage is definitely one of the top. Other than the whole Mega Powers one, Steamboat Savage is definitely up there with everybody's favorite.
Penny?
Penny?
Okay. Start at the top. 347, you're on the air with Nerd Herders. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Kev the Void.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Veronica, how are you?
We're hanging in there.
Yeah, it's been hanging, but I'm good.
All right, cool. I told you guys in the event section I was going to call in because this is my era, man. I love 80s wrestling. This very day I still watch it.
So what's your favorite moment from the 80s?
Wow, favorite moment? There's so many, you know. I mean, there's so many. I mean, from Ultimate Warrior winning both the Intercontinental title and the Heavyweight title, you know, winning at WrestleMania 3, you know, Mr. Perfect winning the Intercontinental title. Yeah, that was cool. You know, watching Ricky Steamboat. You know, there's so many. There's so many moments and shit, you know?
Exactly.
Definitely.
There's so many, I can't even name one. That's why I tend to think that, the 90s was awesome, but the 80s was, like, over the top. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's the thing. 80s was over the top. Like we were just saying before, you remember not even tidbits. You remember, like, a whole promo. You remember a whole Piper's Pit. You remember a whole... You know, Adrian Adonis Flower Shop. You remember a whole year's worth of storyline with the Mega Powers. You remember it all.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I remember everything, man. I mean, like I said on the Facebook, there's baby pictures of me sitting on my grandmother's bed watching Hulk Hogan on her TV.
Amazing.
If I could post this picture, I swear to God, I kid you not.
I mean, I'll admit I wasn't a Hulkamaniac, but, I mean, a lot of the memories do involve him. There were so many epic things. And also, that was the other thing, too. Like, the heavyweight champion wasn't so saturated on TV Like,
right.
if you watched it in the 80s and they said Hogan was going to be on the episode, you knew something epic was going down, that the champ was going to be on TV.
Oh, definitely.
Like, that was the